The definition of one-hit wonder is a group or singer that has only one hit record. Typically, after one of their earliest songs blows up, one-hit wonders find it hard to follow up with a record impressive or catchy enough to maintain that hype, which typically results in them falling off right after.
Hi, I'm Teethdaggers. He's dead, and he doesn't do shit to us. Gaming, IRL streaming. They made a.
Probably gonna want to talk to you, so just heads up. No.
They made a noise. Documentaries and video reactions.
Tommy G conspired with Punchmade Dev to steal money from fans.
You think the righteous Tommy G could collab with self-proclaimed scammer and stage a documentary in order to scam his own fans?
Click subscribe with notifications on for new content daily. Join the cult. How did he do that? For this video, it was my dream to date a stripper that was a pole dancer and not a twerker, but she happened to be a twerker.
So today we're going to be looking into 5 one-hit wonders and seeing what they're up to nowadays. Starting off with CJ and his hit song Whoopty.
Yo, what up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Teethdaggers Stream. Today we are going to be watching Where Are Rap's One Hit Wonders Today by mattyballz. This is gonna be a crazy video. See! Enemy! I see! An enemy! I'm an enemy of the sea! I see! A video. So hell yeah, guys. We're about to get into Teethdaggers reacts / analyzes videos, whatever it may be. Now, let's get right into
After one of their
it.
earliest songs blows up, one-hit wonders find it hard to follow up with a record impressive or catchy enough to maintain that hype, which typically results in them falling off right after. So today we're going to be looking into 5 one-hit wonders and seeing what they're up to nowadays. Starting off with CJ and his hit song Whoopty. Real quick, I just want to explain my criteria for these one-hit wonders, which is an artist that has a hit, a song that at least went platinum.
Whoa! I was about to diss this dude and say like, well guys, let's see where he's going with this. But then he's just clarifying the rules to make sure nobody could do what I was about to do. And I'm glad I didn't do that because I would have gotten owned. But, I mean, I guess I shouldn't have told you I was going to do that. Holy fuck. I thought he wasn't going to clarify the rules, so he was going to use some like artists that weren't one-hit wonders or whatever, but just to make the video more interesting and shit. Or I thought something was gonna be up with this video, but holy fuck. Psh, if we're playing by his rules.
And then doesn't have a song come even close to that, like not even having a song go gold. Also, if you're new here, my name is mattyballz. I'm going to be posting a video every Sunday at 12 p.m. CST.
Good morning.
So if you like me,
Yo, Sakura Sakaya, hell yeah, welcome to the motherfucking stream. We're just doing video reactions. And yo, guys, make sure to go follow Sakura Sakaya. She's part of the friendly community. She streams pretty much every day. And she reads chat, and she's fucking good at the game she plays. And good morning, Sakura Sakaya. We're actually making a YouTube video right now. So that's going to be in the YouTube video.
music, make sure to stick around and subscribe. Now let's get into it.
Sakura Sakaya said, Sakura 549 Saka
CJ is
hard
a
your way
rapper
to
who
kind
many
man
know
less
for
than
his
3.
song Whoop.
Hell yeah, Sakura. I'm just trying to build a community of streamers. You know what I mean? I'm not always streaming. It is what it is, yo.
Whoopty, and literally nothing else. People literally refer to him as CJ parentheses Whoopty because they don't know any other songs from him. So CJ began his rap career as a kid and started posting music to YouTube and SoundCloud when he was just 14 years old. He released a handful of songs over the years and saw a little buzz after he likely paid for a 6ix9ine feature for the song Pop in 2018.
So that's what I'm saying. That's my story. People think that the Whoopty song.
Everybody pays for features, though. How is that some big, whoa, he had to pay for a feature, guys. Whoa, earthquake.
Was my first song that I ever made, and I just blew up. Nah, y'all gotta do y'all research. Y'all gotta do y'all homework. I've been doing this for years, 10 years plus. I just happened to create Whoopty, and it happened to be the song that blew up.
But other than that little bit of information, he was relatively unknown and hardly had much music out. Until, of course, he released his drill song Whoopty in July of 2020. This song was a smash hit, blowing up on YouTube and TikTok. It featured a catchy hook and a sample that had already been used by drill legend Pop Smoke, King Von, FBG Duck, and more. The YouTube video has over 450 million views, and the song itself went 2 times platinum. Shortly after the virality of this song, he signed a deal with Warner Records. He followed up Whoopty with the song Bop, which did alright, and then released his album Loyalty Over Royalty, which did not perform well at all when compared to his previous hit. With single after
Whatever, some of them had like millions of or almost 1 million plays and shit. But dude, he did clarify it. He said compared to his first hits.
Single, CJ was struggling to replicate the success he saw with Whoopty until he eventually parted ways with Warner Records.
We had our differences with the label, and you know, we decided to part ways.
That's almost a good fucking thing, isn't it? Like, don't those labels fuck people over? So now he just has all this shit without owing the label, I think. They parted ways. They terminated the contract. I don't think he owes the label, and I think he just gets all that shit.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
But I do want to clarify, a lot of people who aren't doing so hot like to rephrase being dropped by their label as parting ways or having disagreements. It's very possible that CJ was dropped. Hello Yassine even claimed that he was dropped, but I'm not sure how accurate that is. Regardless, things started going downhill for CJ for a couple of reasons. One of the main reasons that he couldn't replicate his success was because he just jumped on a trend. A Reddit user explained fairly well why Whoopty blew up like it did and why he couldn't create a hit like it again. They said, Whoopty came out 2020, months after Pop Smoke died. Keeping it a grand, after Pop Smoke died, people were desperate for another drill star. That's why that shit plus Dusty Locane's shit got millions of views quick, and that was their first songs. After Pop Smoke died, one of the most popular drill artists, there was a huge longing for more hard-hitting, aggressive drill songs, and people began trying to fill that void. Whoopty was literally made off a Pop Smoke type beat, so it's pretty obvious what market CJ was trying to dip his toes into. It was actually his first drill song. There was also another controversy going on with CJ where many people were accusing him of being a fake gangster. I'm not going to go too much into detail about this, but a lot of people lost respect for CJ because of this.
Because like I said, I didn't want to get pigeonholed. I caught myself getting too deep into that drill shit. And I'm like, yo, I got to remember, I'm not a drill artist, bro. Like, I'm over here beefing with drill rappers and this and that about the drill music. So I'm like, yo, bro, like, what am I doing? Like, I'm sitting here, like, holding myself into this little circle. Meanwhile, there's a whole...
He was trying to be like 6ix9ine, and then he's like, what am I doing? But he's just being real right now because I think this is a talk about how he fell off.
Whole world and a whole other genre out there, you know what I'm saying, that I could be working with. So that's why I just started just doing my own thing.
On the comments of that interview with DJ Academics, people were saying things like, he basically realized he isn't about that life and he regrets riding the drill wave, and problem with rap is you can't be fake street. Once it's exposed, it's over. He's basically the Spanish Slim Jesus. Since all of this went down, CJ hasn't released any music of his own since January of 2023. He hasn't posted on Instagram since then, other than a few IG stories here and there. So for now, it looks like CJ has gone MIA. He does have a very young career though, so the chance of him making a comeback is definitely possible, but with how much people just dislike him or straight up forgot about him, it's pretty unlikely.
What you know about rolling down in the deep?
Masked Wolf is an artist whose name you probably don't even recognize, but I promise you've heard.
Definitely not. So I don't know if he should be on this video, bro. Well, fuck. Actually, you don't hear a lot of the names of one-hit wonders. But you did hear Ice Spice when you thought she was a one-hit wonder, so I don't know if he was a big enough one-hit wonder. Let's hear the name of the song.
Heard his viral TikTok song, Astronaut in the Ocean. So I think that sums this up pretty well.
Whoa, 387 million? Damn, it is a big song.
Masked Wolf is an Australian artist who has actually been putting out music for a long time. He started playing instruments as a kid and writing songs when he was 13. However, it wasn't until 2018, when he was 27 years old, that he signed to Teamwork Records and released his first official single, Speed Racer. He quickly followed that up with the song Astronaut in the Ocean in 2019, but it didn't blow up back then. It took a handful more singles for Masked Wolf to get signed to the US-based record label Elektra Records in 2021. After signing to Elektra, he re-released Astronaut in the Ocean, and it went super viral. It hit number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 and eventually went 2 times platinum. TikTok was a huge aid in this song's virality.
That's the good thing about a record label, man. They'll make you known. But then some people diss you and say, you don't want money, you just want fame.
Along with pretty much every other social media platform.
You may have heard these lyrics repeated again and again and again and again and again and again and again in various places across the internet. It is a track that seemingly you can't really escape from right now.
However, one of the main reasons the song was so viral was because, in part, this song was a pretty big meme. A lot of people did like it, don't get me wrong, but there was definitely some meminess to it in the general music community. I mean, one of the top comments on the song's music video is, I heard this song.
Whoa, you know who else did a super catchy song that you would think would be able to keep going, like, and not be a one-hit wonder? That fucking weird guy that says, dance with my twin Glocks make you dance, yeah. That guy. Holy shit, this is making me remind me of a lot of people.
Song in my dreams for about 10 minutes straight, but then I remember,
because I was about to say, like, how did a melodic guy not be able to make another melodic catchy song? And it's just like, damn, sometimes they just can make one melodic song.
Remembered I had YouTube Shorts playing in the background and forgot to turn off my phone. I think that emphasizes where this song gets its infamy. Hivemind even had it in their worst songs of all time bracket, so that's gotta say something.
Song where he says, like, I rock with G-O-D, don't rock with T-H-O-T.
No.
Yeah, he said he loves God and he doesn't like thought. I don't know if those are the exact words, but he definitely spells out G-O-D, and then right away spells out T-H-O-T. It's like usually God and the devil are raging inside you, but then for him it's God and thoughts.
Yeah, hey, Masked Wolf is awesome, and this song...
I don't like God and I don't like thoughts. I mean, I like God and I don't like thoughts. That's like something you would hear somebody say, though. That's some real lyrics, like he wrote it himself. Whatevs.
Song, honestly, this song's only grown on me over time.
That's fair. Yeah.
So the fact that so many people hated this song, or at least didn't take it seriously, really didn't help Masked Wolf's future career. He followed up Astronaut in the Ocean with a few singles and then his debut studio album, Astronomical. But those songs did not perform nearly as well as his hit single did. Like I've emphasized,
does that mean they just get discouraged and quit? Nearly as good would still be good.
Throughout this video, it's hard to live up to that success no matter who you are, but it's especially difficult when you're relatively unknown. Masked Wolf said that he was a big rap fan growing up and was really inspired by artists like Kendrick, so he wanted to be like them. But he said Astronaut in the Ocean wasn't received as seriously as a song from someone like Kendrick would be, so his label wanted him to do something different. He said his label had him going different routes, trying to recreate a hit, and it wasn't working out. So him and his label parted ways and he went independent.
You're independent now, right? Does that mean that you fulfilled your contract with Elektra, or did you part ways amicably?
We mutually part.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah. It was on both sides. However people want to take that or whatever that means, go for it. But at the end of the day, I'm not bound to them. They are not bound to me.
The way he said it also makes it seem like it's possible he was dropped, but who knows. Regardless, Masked Wolf is now independent and trying to keep putting out music that is fulfilling to him. Trinidad James is a rapper that's best known for his song All Gold Everything from 2012. But by 2018, he had admitted on the No Jumper podcast that he had fallen off. Things happened pretty quick for Trinidad.
Said, "Oh, I am not live, haha." Sakura Sakaya said, "Don't do it."
Don't worry, I checked to see if you were gonna live, and I was gonna do it anytime soon. I was just double checking to make sure.
James. He began looking at beats and writing lyrics after high school, and in 2011 he started rapping. He got invited to a studio session, but didn't like the quality of the studio he was in, so he invested in a premium studio session in which he recorded his song All Gold Everything. He released it as his debut single in 2012, and it went viral.
Right now I'm just chilling, smoking bowls, talking to chat, watching videos, having a fun time.
He also released his debut album, Don't Be Safe, but that paled in comparison to the success of All Gold Everything. The single peaked at 36 on the Billboard Hot 100, and like many of the other songs on this list, it went platinum. And when an artist has a hit song like this, the labels come calling. He quickly signed to Def Jam for a $2 million deal. In early 2013, the song got a remix with T.I., Young Jeezy, and 2 Chainz. Also, fun fact that you probably already know or maybe didn't notice, but Bruno Mars interpolated All Gold Everything on his song Uptown Funk. Trinidad's career was going very well. He started collaborating with other artists like Logic, Gucci Mane, Wale, and most notably A$AP Ferg on the Work remix alongside French Montana, A$AP Rocky, and Schoolboy Q. And I guess I broke my rule here a little bit because this song also went platinum, and he did have another one go gold. Also in 2013, Trinidad James made the XXL freshman class, which was a pretty big deal at the time, although his cipher was a bit underwhelming. In 2014, he released his second project, 10-Piece Mild, with features from artists like Sci-Hi, Travis Scott, Danny Brown, Rich Homie Quan, Gucci Mane, Childish Gambino, and more. Despite the massive feature lineup, this album didn't perform super well and received mixed reviews. And afterwards, Trinidad didn't release music for a while. Around this time, he was dropped by his label, which he announced in a tweet by saying, "I should tell y'all, I got dropped from my label. My album is now free. If you hear your beat or verse on it, I hope you want dap because I got no money." Which I gotta say I respect because like we've seen other people possibly do on this list, a lot of people tend to lie when they're dropped by their label. He was also in some hot water for some comments he made about New York and had a little bit of a beef with Charlemagne, but that didn't seem to be the main reason his career began to decline. Some people thought it was, but he didn't fully agree with that take either.
Right. So when I went back and looked at that New York situation, I look at that as like, oh damn, y'all got to just see an angry black man talking this shit. And you get to learn that if you allow social media to tell your narrative, like I talked about just to say that earlier a second ago, or whatever, then you
But what's cool about Trinidad James' story is how he was able to turn that negative into a positive. He didn't stop releasing music, created his own label, Gold Gang Records, and also had a handful of industry connections that he was able to utilize. He continued releasing music with people like Offset, Lil Dicky, Young Thug, and many.
Well, if he had his own record fucking
Said,
label, he's smart
the
as
girth
shit.
monster _ played C enemy for 100 channel points.
I'm a C. Oh shit, the points are back down to 100. That's so weird.
C. Enemy.
Oh no, I think C enemy is supposed to be 100.
I'm a C.
Yesterday it glitched and all my channel points were like 100 points. Even the take off shirt and stuff.
Anymore. His music never got nearly as close to the success of All Gold Everything, but he was able to use his skills to make other big moves in the industry. For example, he did some writing on Bad Baby's High Bit, which was a huge song, and he also featured in Childish Gambino's screenplay, Clapping for the Wrong Reasons. He also guest starred on an episode of Full Size Run, a sneaker podcast on Complex, and he eventually began working with them regularly.
it just kind of popped up, bro. Like I did this show
Sakura
as a guest.
Sakaya said,
And then my
you better
account
smoke
was
that bowl.
Hey, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, did
You
somebody
go up there
do pay for
do the
bowl?
show.
That's why I
I
need
was
a
like,
mod for
I
this
don't need
late
that money.
night or early morning
Oh, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I
sessions.
was thinking about the money. I wasn't thinking like
Because I
how I
can't
need to
Sakura
which is
Sakaya
like business.
said,
It seemed
I
to
did.
work out well
3.
since Trinidad was a pretty big fashion guy. He's
thank
also
you,
just been posting
Sakura,
a ton
for
of
the channel
content on
points.
YouTube outside of music videos,
Let's
so it
go,
really
let's
does seem
smoke
like
the
he's still
bowl.
having fun and keeping
All the way
himself
to
busy.
the
And his
dome.
latest music is actually pretty good. He's been tapped in with the music industry and really just seems like a cool guy having fun with his music. Silento is probably the best example of a one-hit wonder, because after creating the viral hit song and dance with Watch Me, he fell off the map and later ended up in jail for
Sakura
murder.
Sakaya
So Silent Hill began his
said,
career in 8th grade.
"Dang, you have a lot of
working with
mods,
small
though."
producers making music and posting it online.
Sakura
Eventually,
Sakaya
when he was a junior
said,
in high school,
"Where
he
are all
found
of
a
them,
guy
Lil?"
named Bolo, the
They don't
producer,
come
and made a song that
necessarily
he
in the
knew would
morning.
be a
They
hit.
only
He
come
started
at
getting in
night.
contact with promotion companies and
Night.
eventually signed with Capitol Records as they believed in the hit potential of this song.
I'm
Capitol
just
Records wanted to
realizing
try a new campaign
sometimes I'm
leveraging the
doing,
popularity
like,
of songs that
streams.
encouraged the listeners to do a unique dance, which was really popular at the time. Then they released the song Watch Me with Nene. After being released on January 6th of 2015, as I'm sure you all know, this song and dance became the biggest thing in the world. Watch Me went 6 times platinum and has about 2 billion views on YouTube. And if you weren't there at the time, everyone was doing this dance. Even old white dudes on the news were doing it.
Watch me whip, watch me nana. All right. Watch me. See? Feels very awkward, doesn't it?
The song remained in the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 for over 6 weeks, and for a brief period of time, Silent Hill was on top of the world. But unfortunately, it is extremely hard to live up to what Silent Hill did. Watch Me wasn't popular because he was necessarily a good artist or because it was a good song, but because it was a fun song accompanied with a fun dance, which is nearly impossible to replicate. So Silent Hill's career began to decline. In 2018, he followed up with his debut album fresh out of high school, in which most songs didn't even crack 100,000 plays on Spotify. Understandably, Silent Hill had been dealing with some mental health issues during this time. He grew up in Stone Mountain, Georgia, a small town with a big drug problem. He even claimed that he was born with a bunch of drugs in his system.
I was born with weed, coke, heroin, pills, all type of drugs in my system. I saw family members talking walls. I watched family members fight. I watched family members try to kill each other. Nobody should have to watch that.
Combine all that trauma with knowing that you can never live up to the viral hit song you made, knowing that your 15 minutes of fame are over, and it makes sense why he began to spiral downward. He was actually dropped by Capitol Records before his debut album even released, once they had finished milking as much money as they could from Watch Me with merch, tours, concerts, and everything in between.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I was 17, but I'm 20 now, and you know, the deal I had, I got it terminated. I got a release. I got away from that situation. I'm working on me a new situation right now. And yeah.
Well, he may have acted like everything was cool on the outside. On the inside, it wasn't. He talked about his mental health issues in 2019 on the advice of his publicist, Chanel Hudson. She said that she noticed a decline in his mental health when he started missing important TV appearances and attributed it to how often he was traveling around the world and performing. Apparently, he even tried taking his own life after the pandemic hit, which was followed by an even further spiral downward. He was put in jail twice in California for domestic violence and gun charges and was later arrested for speeding, going over 140 miles per hour. Then Silent Hill hit the lowest of lows when he caught a murder charge. In 2021, Silent Hill was indicted for malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, and the possession of a firearm while committing a felony. He was accused of killing his cousin Frederick Rook.
Jeez, I think I heard of this story. This rap, but I just never got interested enough to listen to his rap. I thought he was a super small-time rapper. I didn't know he had a one-hit wonder.
There is very little info on this case, and I don't think he's been sentenced yet, but in 2021 he did release an album called Bars Behind Bars, in which most songs didn't even crack 10,000 plays on Spotify. Other than a leaked jail photo, there is no information surrounding Silent Hill's whereabouts lately, but I think it's safe to assume he's awaiting trial.
Yeah, guys, if you liked that video, it was by mattyballz. You can type in "Where are Rap's one-hit wonders today?" on YouTube, motherfuckers. Hell yeah.
Find me at twitch.com/.
Subscribe below. Don't worry.